Hello friends, in my previous video I had shown how to do user login and admin login. So in this video I'll be showing how the admin is adding the products in its store, how is it viewing all the registered users, as well as the products deletion of products and the users from the database table. So first we'll be starting. This is the motto today: admin page, user register list, adding of product, and adding of the product servlet. Okay, so this is what I'll be discussing, and BL manager also has to be updated simultaneously. So we'll get start with the project. The first thing that I will have to make changes in the admin page. In the previous video, I had just written hi temporary just to see whether the admin login has been done successfully or not. So we'll now be editing or adding few of the lines in the admin page. This is JSP page. All right. It's loading. It's not responding right now. So in my admin page, I will create two options. One is to view the user list and the second is to add products. So I'll get started with it. I'll just delete this hi line command right here. Okay, now in this on this JSP page, we will be using a tag because we will be also adding some coding line here. Like for example, we will be calling an object of a class. So for that part, we need to add a library. Okay, so with this is done with the help of tag lib. I'll show you how it is done. Before this doc statement, doc type, we have to enter certain line. Like for example, this is the bracket which you have to use. Then use percentage symbol. Then use @ symbol. Write tag lib. Then write URI equal to, in double quotes, you have to write a link. Okay, so that link is http://java. You can now press Control and spacebar together. You will get certain links. Remember that you choose the correct link. Here we have to choose sun.com JSP JSTL core. Okay, sun.com JSP JSTL core, the first one. Sun.com JSP JSTL core. There are various links here. If you just misplace or by mistake, if you just select a wrong link, there would be errors occurring. So for that case, we have to use it properly. Next time we'll be creating a prefix, that is an object. That is a variable. This variable, you can give any variable as you want. I'm taking it as C. Alright, the variable we'll be using further to access certain list or certain objects from other class. This is the only line which is very important to mention properly. All right, JSP allows these lines to use, it allows these libraries to use, whereas in HTML files they don't allow us to use these things. Now inside head tag, I'll add certain lines of code for accessing the BL manager object. So this is what I will be doing. Percentage. Okay, now I will be creating an object of BL manager. B1 equal to new BL manager. Okay, next, now I want to view the list of registered users. So for that we will have to use list attribute of Java. Okay, list functionality. press Ctrl plus spacebar, you'll get to import this list, an option to import this list. I don't know why this new Eclipse is not working. Okay, list, Control and spacebar together. Yeah, import this java.util file, list from java.util. Then in the bracket, write register, because this is from the register class. This data will be called from register class. Now Control plus spacebar together. It is written here, register composer. Select that. There you have to create an object that is known as register list. I'm creating. You can write any object name as you want. Then you have to write b1 dot show user list. Now this is a function in BL manager which we will be creating later. Next you have to write here is http session object s is equal to request dot get session. Okay, now you have to write as s dot set attribute. Here we have to pass two values. First value will be register list, the one list which will be receiving from the BL manager, and here also you have to write register list only. Okay, now this list will be accessed below in the code. So this is in the headline tag. Remember, it is between head and head. You can import this BL manager. Control and space. Okay. Now in body, again, before that we'll write here. I'm using h2 tag. I'm styling it with text for text alignment. I'm styling it and writing text align center. Okay, that's only one thing. Then I'll write here as welcome admin. Okay, this is the only thing I wanted to write here. Now another thing is I'll create another tagline, sorry, headline here, that is h3. I'll write here registered users. Okay, registered users. I'll close my headline tag. Then I will create a form tag. I'll give an action to this. The form action here will be equal to user register list. Here user registered list. So this page will be opened. In this form action we don't have to write method because this is JSP page. Okay, now close this form tag because before we forget it. Okay, now here I'm just writing as input type equal to submit. Now this will be a button, so after clicking this button you will be redirecting it. Here you have to write as value. So I want to view the list, hence I will be writing view. Okay, that's it. Now after this I'm using two tags, that is BR breakline tags. Now the same thing I will be copying for the Control C. Here I won't be writing registered users. I'll write here as add products. Now the admin can also add products in the store. It will be redirecting to the this thing. Here it will redirect to add products dot JSP page method going to post. Okay, input type. Now this is again view. I'll be writing here it as insert. so the admin can insert it. This is it. I'll just write the body. Where is the body? Okay, here I'll just like to add the image. Now this is the image folder from where I want l.jpg image. Okay. In my previous video, I had shown how this image folder is created. Here you can see in web content, I have got an image folder. From this image folder, I'm accessing this image for my background. So this is the same path for that. There's no other changes in that. Now here there is an error which is showing, that is user show list. So user show list is in my BL manager. So if I just I have to first create, where is my BL manager? So just close these windows which I don't require. In my BL manager, I will create a method, the same method as I've written here. That is the user show user list. Okay, this method. So in my BL manager, I will write the method show user list. Alright, before that we can also create these JSP pages, and then I can do that, so that will be better. First I will be creating user register.jsp, and then we'll add the BL manager all together. So I'll create a few of the pages, 2 pages, the user register list and add products. Right click on web content, other, this is JSP page, so I'll write JSP file. I want to write the same name, so it is capital U, capital R and capital S. User register list, and one more file, that is add products. Right click, new, other, JSP file, add product .jsp. Now your user register list, first we have to create is we have to first display the users. Okay, so for that, again, first thing we have to do is here I have to enter the tag library, the same thing as I had shown previous. Add percentage symbol, add at the rate, write tag lib, write URI equal to, in double quotes, write HTTP :sun, press Control and Tab together. So it is Java, first it is Java. Control and Tab together, the first file here, and create a prefix variable, any name you can give to that variable. I'm giving here a C. Okay, save it. In head, below head tag, add some lines. Here I am writing percentage So here again the same lines of code you have to write as BL manager new BL manager. Okay. After this you have to write as list. Then this I will write as register. Then I will write here as register list. Then after register list, you have to write the same thing again. B1 dot show user list. Again, start the HTTP session. Create an object named as S1 equal to request dot get session. Then we have to write as S1 dot set attribute. Here you will write as register list. And next one here also you have to write as register list. Alright. Then semicolon. Save this thing. Now in body you have to do certain things. So I'll just type it and then I'll show you what these things are. Now here in add product I have written all those lines which were required. So the below you can just see here in body tag, first I had given the style background image, then I've created a table to display the data in table. So the border for the table I've given as 1, so the length or width will be 1. Width of the table is 50%, that it will not be from this end to this end as 100% table, it will be 50% only the table will be viewed on the screen. Then I've mentioned the column names of the table. So TR is the row, means for every row these columns will be there. So the TR tag is given, it is closed here, and the TH is for the column name. So my column names will be ID, name, email, password, phone, delete. So this is as according to this one in register table as it is. Here you can see we have got is our ID, that is ID, name, email, password and phone. So the same columns I have mentioned here. After that, now we have to start a for loop. In this JSP we have for each loop. So with the help of that prefix C, as I have taken a variable and I am accessing the for each loop. So if we have taken some another variable, use that variable name over here. So this is C. For every item we have to recur this loop, right? So for this items, this is registered list. This registered list is we are retrieving from the BL managers show user list. We'll be creating this method later on, but I'm just telling you that this registered list has been accessed below here. Okay. So this register list is accessed here, and this variable name is given as RE. You can give any name, and remember this this quotes and this dollar and this curly braces, they should be the position of these things. It matters a lot. If there is a tiny mistake here, it could give an error. Okay, now for every row we have to access the register name, ID, email, password. So this is for every row tag. So this is the tagline for a row. So this tag is opened here and it is closed here. We have to for every column we have to take as the value this variable dot RID. This RID is coming from the table. So write the same name as is whatever is present in your table. That is my name here, it is written as RID. So if we taken as RID. So we have to access the register ID from the table, access the name from the table, email from the table, password and phone as well. Now the last column here I had entered is delete. So if the admin can have the right, admin has the right to delete a user. So with the help of this option, it can delete it. So this option is being present in the last column. So for this option, we have to create a hyperlink, and that link is given to delete servlet. This is a servlet which we have to create so that delete operation can be done. And this delete servlet is done with the on the IDs. On that ID record has to be deleted from the database table. So that ID we have is mentioned here, and then this is just the name which is to be displayed on the screen. Okay, then the A tag is closed, then the other row tag is closed, and the column tags are closed. All the tags are closed. So in this way, add product.jsp page has been created. Now first we'll be creating is a user registered list page, and then together we will add these the show user list and add product list on the we will be creating these two things on the BL manager. Okay. So first we will be creating is a user registered list. So now I'll type the code here, and then I'll explain it later. Here also we have to enter the tag lib. Okay. So whatever I had typed right now, that is the table format and this layout and this BL manager, these things has to be mentioned in the user registered list, and add product is different. There's a correction right here. Now I had all written those lines of code on add products. So instead of writing it on add product, write it in user registered list.jsp, the same code. Okay, now so in add product we have to write is mention is this. So in this thing I have first entered is the body with the image. Then there is field set style. A field set gives you a rectangular window on your screen. So that is it, and its height and width I've specified. Then I've written here is adding new product entries. Now here I've created a form action which is add product.servlet. Add product servlet. Method is post. So I've entered is, now these are the fields which I want. It is product ID, product name, price, pay mode, and availability. Then input type for this is name will be product ID. Name here is prod name, price, pay mode, and availability. These variables they will be called by add. You have to create an add product servlet. Okay, so for that, before that, I'll just tell you how in my database table, here whatever names it was, product ID, prod name, price, pay mode, the same names I've written here. Now again, as we had done for the registration of user, the same thing we have to do for the storing of this data into the database. Now we have to create this add product servlet. Now we have to create is add product servlet. For that, again, right click on controller. Then you write as new other. Now this is a servlet. So I want servlet page. Next, add this name. Finish. Now I didn't unselect those other options, but I'll have to just delete it again because I did not unselect the do get post. I'll create it again. Uncheck this do get and constructors. That's it. That was the only thing which was wrapped. Okay. Now here also the same thing you have to do. Okay. So here also I'll write string product ID equal to request dot get parameter. In that again product ID. I'm copying the statement. I will be pasting it here for other various entries. Okay, so here it is product ID is done. Now here it is product name. Next is the price. Next is pay more. And last is the availability. Okay. Now remember that this product ID is integer. We are storing it into string. So for that we have to do here is typecasting. So I will write as integer prod name prod ID equal to integer dot parse. Here I will write as this product ID. So that has to be written as product ID. Now same here price is double or integer, for it is taken into string, so we have to do here again typecasting. So I have taken here as double. In my MySQL table price here was double. If you want to see, you can just right click on this, click on alter table, you will find it here as double. Alright, so we have to do is typecasting. For that double I will take equal to double price equal to double dot parse double, in which I'll write as price. I'll write here as price 1. Alright, so this thing is clear. Now I'll create the object of VM manager. Then I'll create an object of product. Now remember what is the name here is add product. So if you write the same name, product ap equal to new add product. Okay, you just enter it, import. Now I do is ap dot set PID ap dot set product name ap dot set price ap dot set payment ap dot set availability. That's it. And then you have to create here as b1 dot save product info, in which you are passing the object ap. Then you have to write the response dot send redirect to add product dot jsp. So once the product is added, it will remain on the same page. Now here you have to create this in change to create a method in BL manager. So in BL manager, this method is created. Here you will have to write as simple statements, that is session s is equal to s dot session open session, then transaction t1 equal to swing dot begin transaction. Okay, then you write as s1 dot save what I have to say ap object, then t1 dot commit and s1 dot close. That's it. So in this way the data will be stored. So we have done with the add product servlet. Now only thing remaining here is we have to do is show user list. What is this? To do, we have to write as show user list. And now in this user list we also have to create a delete servlet. Okay. So first we'll create a delete servlet. That will be easy. Copy, right click on this, create new, other, write your servlet. Write the same name. Now remember, servlets, whatever deletion operation is there, it is always done with the help of get method and not by the post method. So we have to, on this time we don't have to unselect the get method because we want get method and not the post method. So we will unselect the post, keep the get method, remove the constructors, and then finish. Here remove these lines. Remove all these lines. Write your integer rid equal to integer. The data will be deleted on the basis of the id. So we are taking as integer id. And we are writing is pass int in that you have to write as request dot get parameter. What parameter we are taking here is rid. Okay, here you can see. So, this is rid. This rid we are taking, right? So on the basis of that only we are deleting it. So we are taking is rid. Then you have to create as BL manager. Equal to new BL manager. Okay. After that, you have to write as b1 dot delete. acha, event dot delete, and then you have to write here as RID. That ID will be deleted. Then you have to write as response dot send redirect. On what page it will send me? That is user register list page. It's going to send me. Now we don't have this delete function in my BL manager, so we have to create those functions. Now we will be creating a delete function in user in BL manager. So delete function here is session s1 equal to s dot open session criteria equal to s1 dot create criteria s1 dot create criteria, in which you will be writing the register, because the registered user has to be deleted, so you have to write as register class. We will need register class, but that particular entry has to be deleted. Then you have to write as criteria dot add restrictions inside the bracket dot add restrictions inside the bracket. We have to write as RID. Okay, after that, register RID equal to, in the bracket, register criteria dot unique result. Then we have to do is s1 dot delete. What have to delete? RID. Sorry, register, that register. And then t dot commit before this I have to create a commit transaction t equal to s1 dot begin transaction. Now we can do is commit and then s1 dot close. So in this way it will get now deleted. And the last thing which we have to do here is we have to do is show user list. We have to create a function to show the user list. Right, it's very short. We have to just make it as public. This has to return a return type is list, so it is list. Then you have to write here is register class, because it is showing the user registered list. User list. After show user list, show this two brackets, open and close this thing. Then we have to write here a session s1 equal to s dot open session, then criteria equal to criteria. What you have to do is now here s1 dot create. Now for what class you have to take is register class itself. Okay, because everything we are dealing with the users, register users. Alright, now I want is list type for register, because I want the list of the registered users. And that is written as register list, which is equal to criteria dot list. Now I want to return is, I will be returning is register list. That's it. It's quite simple here. Import. Okay. So now this BL manager is complete. Everything is complete now. You can just check if you want. Delete servlet. You can save it. But then errors will be gone. All the errors are gone in user registered list. This user, this class show user list, that has been created now. If you just type in this and then save it again, that error is gone. Okay. Now I'll just show how this thing works. So I'll just run the program and show you. It's a little bit hanged. Just get started soon. So this is my user login.jsp page. I'm just entering the details of admin. So that is admin and admin login. So here you can see view registered. Click on view. These are the registered users. So if I delete this option, so it has to get deleted. Oh, there's an error. So we'll be checking this into later in my upcoming videos. You can see this is add products, insert. Here you can insert as product ID, as I can write as 123. Any product name, if I write as soap, then I want the price of the product, that is 50. Pay mode is cash or card, if I write like this, and it is in stock. So this is how. Okay, now if I click on add, now this thing is gone, but if you see in my database, if I refresh it, it is coming out soap 50 cash or card. Okay, so there are some minor corrections which we have to do. I'll be showing it in the upcoming videos. So this way we have done with this registered user list we have seen, and it is getting deleted from here. I'll show it in my database. Register, open. Yeah, the data entry has been deleted from here as well. Okay, so the delete operation is performing well. Everything is performing well. Add products inserting is done correctly. So the availability, spelling might be ups and downs in spelling, hence it was not getting stored in there. So I'll come back to that point in my next video. So because of this availability spelling, there might be some issues in there. Okay, so this was how I have done. I'll just show you the flow of how we have done in this video. First in user login, then if you want to check the code, you can pause this video and you can just check to the code. Next is in user login. Then I had done is admin page. In admin page we have this thing. Then after admin page, we have two pages, user registered page. This is what the page is all about, this part. Then we have it as add product.jsp page, this page. Then in BL Manager, we made some changes in the program. This is the BL Manager code. This is in the previous video, this part was done. And in this video, this part is done. After these things, then we have is add product servlet and delete servlet. And this all is done, right? So if you want to check any of the code lines, you can just pause the video and you can check line by line all the codes on this. I'll again once again show the final code in my next video. So this is the welcome page, which we'll be doing in the next video. That is what user will be seeing. Okay, so this is how I wind up my video right here. Hopefully you'll keep watching and keep working on this project as per your needs, and you can add your own features in this too. Please don't forget to like, subscribe and share. Thank you so much for watching.